Chapter 18, question 84. Now, this is a question that want us to find out what is X. Okay, let's look at the answer. X can be carboxylic acid, can be ketone, alcohol, or alkane. Right. Now, let's look at the first piece of information given in the question. Complete combustion of compound X gives carbon dioxide and water only. Okay, I would consider this first piece of information useless because carboxylic acid, ketone, alcohol, alkane, they undergo complete combustion to give carbon dioxide and water only. So I'm going to ignore the first piece of information. Let's go to the second one. A sample of X is mixed with aqueous potassium 5-dichromate and boiled under reflux for 1 hour. Number one, I think there is a typo here. Aqueous potassium 5-dichromate. Right, I think this 5 is wrong. It should be aqueous potassium dichromate 6. Okay, I think they made a mistake here. Okay, very bad mistake. Never mind. Okay, we just assume it's aqueous potassium dichromate 6, which is an oxidizing agent. Okay, boil under reflux for 1 hour. So let's say if X undergo oxidation, let's say X is an alcohol, it undergoes oxidation under reflux, it will not form aldehyde. Okay, because reflux means, it stays in the flask for very long and it was undergo continuous heating, so it cannot be aldehyde. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. The mixture is then distilled and the only organic substance present is collected. Okay, I don't know if you realize there's a very tricky part here. Okay, potassium dichromate 6 is orange color solution. But they didn't tell us the observation here, whether a color change occurred or not in the reaction. Okay, if oxidation occurred, then this potassium dichromate 6 will turn to green because it is reduced. But they didn't tell us this observation in the question. So there are two possibilities. One is X is oxidized, but they didn't want to tell us the observation. Okay, another possibility is X is not oxidized. Okay, that's why I said it's tricky because it can be X is oxidized or not oxidized. Okay, never mind. Let's go to the next paragraph. The organic substance collected reacts with sodium to give hydrogen. There are only two functional groups in your AS syllabus, okay, that will react with sodium to give hydrogen. One of them is alcohol. Okay, the other one is carboxylic acid. So the substance collected can be alcohol or carboxylic acid. We don't know which one yet. Never mind, let's continue and see if we can get more information after this. Okay, this organic substance collected does not react with 2,4-DMPH. Okay, 2,4-DMPH is a reagent used to test the presence of carbonyl group. So since they say it does not react with 2,4-DMPH, so we know the organic substance collected is not aldehyde. Okay, not ketone. Okay, then the next one, it also does not react with ethanol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to give ester. Okay, only carboxylic acids react with ethanol, okay, in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to give ester. Since it does not react with ethanol to form ester, so it is not carboxylic acid. Okay, so what do we do now is, we already know it's not carboxylic acid, okay, and here we say alcohol or carboxylic acid, so I'm going to cross out, I'm going to cross out this carboxylic acid. Okay, so now we know that this alcohol is actually the organic substance collected. Okay, so and this alcohol, where do we get this alcohol? Is from here, right? X might be oxidized, okay, to form alcohol, or X itself is alcohol. It is not oxidized, so we collected alcohol. Okay, and from all this functional group, okay, if X is carboxylic acid, can X be oxidized to form alcohol? No, right? Cannot. So X is not carboxylic acid. Now, can X, okay, ketone, if X is ketone, can ketone be oxidized to form alcohol? Also no. Okay, let's look at C. X is an alcohol. If X itself is an alcohol, okay, of course it cannot be oxidized to alcohol, but what if it is not oxidized? Okay, the organic substance that we collected is still X, which is an alcohol. It is possible. Then let's look at D. X is an alkane. Alkane cannot be oxidized and become alcohol, right? So D is not the answer also. So the only possible answer is X is actually an alcohol that cannot be oxidized. Tertiary alcohol cannot be oxidized. Okay, because it is not oxidized, we collected X here. So then, we do all these tests and we realize that, oh, okay, X reacts with sodium to give hydrogen. X cannot give positive result with 2,4-DMPH. And X is an alcohol, cannot react with alcohol to give ester. So the answer is C.